always trying talking shit here, always trying to play the victim card, always calling the cops on us because they know they're in the wrong. And yeah, they think they're better than everybody. Always over here playing Karens, playing Terrys, think they're better than everybody. And every night they have the child work out in the middle of the night. They do this on purpose. Their apartment is F210. They're all here trying to embarrass themselves. They don't have a job, and yet they call themselves a so-called parent. They can't even take care of their own self. So like, how can you even take care of yourself if you can't even even if you have a child? You can't even take care of yourself. How can you take care of yourself when you have a child? You can't even take care of your child. Make your child cry in the middle of the night. You don't have a job, so when we talking about you, and it's right here, right here. It's like right over here. This is their apartment next door. It's apartment 210 right there. I know they can hear me. I know they can hear me. I know you hear me, apartment 210. I know you can hear me. I know you hear me. I know you hear me. Don't try and play the victim card. You're being recorded right now. Everybody can see how bad you are. This is the apartment right here next door. It's the one I actually try to call its names. Right now it's silent because they're too afraid to say something. Because they know they're being recorded and they're afraid to say something to the camera. They don't want to get exposed. And they don't want to say nothing because they know they're being recorded. So they just want to sit here and try to think they're better than everybody. And this isn't the first time they've done it. They have a child in there with a little girl. She cries a lot. Not only once. She's done this multiple times. At first, me and my ultras, we thought it was like, okay, maybe the child needs food. Okay, maybe the child is hungry. Or maybe the child needs to go to the bathroom. Maybe the child needs to get her diaper changed. But then there was none of that. So then I noticed a pattern. Like every time I go to sleep, they will wake the child on purpose, make her cry. And during the daytime, when I'm up and when I'm working, when I'm busy, the child never cries. So there's something wrong with these parents. They're abusing a child and want the child to make noise because they want to do it on purpose so they can wake me up early in the morning, late at night. They do this a lot. This isn't the first time they have done this. Yes, this is their next door wall, and they really think that they're better than everybody. And yet they're still sitting here think they're better. They think they're better than everybody. And they're right here trying to say they're better than everybody. Well, guess what? Guess what, hun? You don't know me because, hun, just want to let you know, you can't even take care of yourself. I have a job. I have a job. I work as a manager in the mall. You don't have a job, so why don't you get yourself together, get your life together, and stop trying to worry about what me and my ultras gotta do. You don't have a job, so why are you so focused on me? Why are you so focused on my brother? Why are you so focused on him too? Why? Why are you so focused on him? He don't want nothing to do with you either. And then every single day you see him, you call him names. Not just you. Your friends do it too. Probably 214 does that shit too. And yet, he's trying to say here like you're better than everybody. And yeah, go ahead and call. You know what? Call the fucking cops on. Call the cops. Call the bloody cops. The cops won't be talking because I'll put curses on them. I'll summon demons on them, and then I'll put Satan on there. That's it. Because simple as that. I serve Satan, and nothing would change that. Before I was neutral, but now I serve Satan again because what happened. So, if you already think you can actually get this shit, fine. Go ahead and whine all you want, because I'm not the one that's suffering. It's you. Okay, you're hurting yourself. You're not hurting me. You're not hurting my. You're not hurting my 75 altars. You're not hurting my goddess family, and you sure hell are hurting us because you do this to yourself. You're only hurting yourself, and then yeah, you call yourself a so-called parent. You can't even take care of yourself. How can you even have a child in the first place? I really feel bad for a child. You know what? After we're done here, I'm gonna call children's services, call diapers, get your kid taken away. So like so like so like well, what problem is if I get louder, they're gonna call the cops. That's not a problem. And you know how they are. I know I can get louder than this. If I get louder than this, and they will definitely call the cops on me. I could get louder, but the only reason why I'm not getting louder is because they call the cops. Go ahead and record the cops too. and the cops are going to try to put their hands on me like the last time. For the fact that you know how they are, they don't have no job. The only reason why I'm not getting allowed is because I have a job, and because I'm the manager and I work, so I don't need to get loud and be unprofessional. And I only curse when I have to curse. So right now I'm not even cursing. All I'm saying is they don't have a job. They stay here all day, all night, every single day, in their apartments doing absolutely nothing, staring at the four white walls every single day. Okay, so if they're depressed, they're anxious, they're sad, it got nothing to do with us. But if you have a problem with us, I'm sorry you feel that way. But you don't have the right to keep getting into my boundaries, my space, my personal life, and my littles, and all my altars, and my goddess family. And of course, I am a hybrid, so you're not gonna sit here and try that shit on me. And yet, don't even think that you can win this fight because, to be honest, to be real frank with you, I've been ignoring you a lot more than the past few years when I used to react and get angry easily. You know why? There's a light in me, and I learned it from Myra Carey. And I know that song is called "You Can't Take This Away From Me." You can never take my light away, no matter what. So if you want to be in the darkness, fine. You want to sin, fine. Then I'll curse you and I'll summon demons on you. And I'll make sure Satan comes for you. And yet you call yourself a so-called parent. You can't even take care of yourself, hun. You can't even take care of yourself. You and your husband cannot even take care of your own well selves. And yet you're sitting here trying to play all these games and trying to pin the blame on us and trying to play victim card. Hun, don't play the victim card. You're not the victim. I'm not the victim either. How about this? Neither of us are the victim. How about this? We are both in the wrong. How about that? You're not right. I'm not right. We're both wrong. How about that? Make it even square. How about that? You're wrong. I'm wrong. So are all my alters. So why? So why? Why the heck do you care? So what the heck do you care? You don't even have a job. Sitting here calling us all these names. Okay, fine. Go ahead. What you gonna do? Call the fucking cops? Call the police on us or something? And try to actually the 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 pig cops or something? The cop pigs, whatever they are, because they don't have no job, and he had no fucking job at all. Oh yeah, okay. You can go get him. That's fine. Tell him to come to Apartment 210 because we had enough of this. This has been going for quite a while. So not only Apartment 210 has done this, Apartment 214 is another one. I know exactly who sin, who don't sin. People who sin, I take their souls and I take their blood and I take them away. I turn them into demons. I don't bother with the good people. I don't bother with the good super. No, I don't. I don't bother with the good humans and the good human kids. I don't bother with the bad ones. Right now, this one here is sinning. So is Apartment 214. They go around calling me names, making fun of LGBTQ people, and yet sitting here thinking it's okay. No, it's not. Next month is Pride Month. So if you're not gonna have any pride or any joy in Pride Month next month is Pride Month. So don't come to Pride Month. Don't even show up at the parade because we're gonna be there next. Don't show up. You, Jordan, turn out better not show up because we're gonna have a problem. Because not only that, but Turnell and Jordan went to my brother's job and said, "Oh, hey faggot." They were saying that to my brother. I'm like, my brother got upset, so he reported that to his boss. And he works at a nursing home. My brother has a job. He don't have time for it. He don't have time for you people. And I don't have time either. I have a job too. I'm the manager in the store. Like, why do you care so much? It's like none of your business. Like, damn, why do you care so much? Like, what is it that I have that you don't have? And what is it that my brother have that you don't have? And what is it that my goddess family have you don't have, as well as my 75 altars? You don't know us, hun. You don't know us. So you're sitting here trying to play all that victim card, sitting here thinking you're better than everybody, and then when you have an episode when you're on your period, or if you are having a bad day, you want to do, you have to take it out on us. You always got to take your anger out on us. That's not fair. Oh, we don't take it out on you, and we try to respect that. We try to respect your wishes, get you your boundaries. But you know why? If you want respect, respect goes both ways. You never gave me respect, not even once. You're always the one trying to play victim card. But then when we do something you don't like, you call the cops on us, and you don't even tell them the whole side of the story. You only lie, make a false lie up because that's a sin. Any human that don't have no sympathy, that lie is a sin, and you're gonna go straight to hell. And I will take your soul, and I will summon demons on you, and I'll put a curse on you. As simple as that. I don't have time for this. And yet, in my personal life, I had to deal with this shit. I don't have time for this. And I have two lives. I work, and in my personal life, I don't. So, in my personal life, I'm gonna say what I have to say. When I work, none of this will be said. So, just want you to know that you don't you don't have a job. You're sitting here all day try to assume our sexuality and gender. Well, guess what? Hon? I don't have a gender, hon. I'm genderless. Because why? I serve Satan, and I was created by Satan, not Jesus, not God. Well, guess what? Jesus and God are dead. You know why? Because Satan and I killed Jesus and God. They're no longer existent. They're dead. They've been dead. They can't hear you. I'm in charge of heaven now. So is Goddess Athena, Goddess Amber, Audrey, Amber Lawrence, and all my altars. I know Goddess coming and died in charge. And 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 yes, I did that already, just for you, because I can't stand them. They're too much. They need to go away forever. And the fact they're sitting here all day trying to yapping and shit in the little apartment of theirs, or as I say, the little condo of theirs, thinking they're better than everybody because they think that, oh, I can do this A, B, and C, blah blah blah, and then when we get to say something back to you, you sit here automatically get on the defense, get automatically defensive easily. Then you start to say, oh, she's crazy, or oh, she's this and that. She's A, B, and C. She's crazy, blah blah blah. Oh, I'm crazy? You haven't seen crazy yet. I'll show you crazy. Wait until I use my ultimate power. Wait until you see my full form, my full demon form, my full goddess form. I am no longer a lower class supernatural. I am a UR, an ultra rare. I am like above a lot of supernatural. So I'm a fifth class demon, I'm a fifth class goddess, and I'm a high class witch. So I am one of the high council members now, deemed next to the elders in heaven. So you gotta understand this. I do that. So I do that. So I'm up there is because for many reasons. And if any humans sin, they get punished. They get sent to hell. That's it. You sinned. How many times did you sin? You sinned more than once. And yet, and yet, what can Jesus and God do for you? Oh, nothing. Because you know why? At the end, it is you that fall. We're not the ones that fall. It's you that fall down. It is you that fall. You fall down, we rise up. That's all. That's it. Because number one, I don't have time to stoop down to your level. I have a job. I have a life. So yeah, I'm not gonna. So I'm not gonna sit here and play your little wannabe games and sit here. You think, oh, you're better than everybody. Trying to put us down and shit like that. Not only you do this to us supernaturals, you do it to other humans too, like the good humans. And I'm not happy about that. So leave the good humans alone. If you have a problem with me, fine. Don't go around telling the good humans, trying to turn them bad. Leave them alone. In fact, if you turn bad, that's on you. So if you want to stay bad, you want to do bad stuff, fine. You want to sin for the rest of your life, you will be sinful, fine. And yet, you are a you are a pathetic human. You need to have you're supposed to have sympathy. Yet you sit here trying to think you're better than everybody. You don't have no sympathy. You have no sympathy at all. Sitting right here trying thinking you're better than everybody. You have no sympathy at all. Absolutely no sympathy. Humans like you're supposed to have sympathy. You don't have no sympathy. You have no sympathy for nobody. You and everybody else in the second floor. Absolutely disgusting. Have no sympathy. Sit here all day smoking, doing drugs, alcohol, getting high, and doing illegal stuff, breaking property management. I know that you don't do it, but other people do it. Break property management and breaking property and breaking everything in this building. And it costs all the people here to fix it. Why? You guys destroyed the property. Now they have to fix everything. So now they upgrade their defense, meaning that if any of you would break it, then they can see exactly who did it. Because it seemed like they didn't have their defense upgraded well, as well as their cameras. They have new cameras, so they can see exactly who's doing what. So if you're thinking you're gonna sit here all day and sinning all day, be my guest. You and your friends all sin. Don't forget, your butt buddies, they sin too. You all sin. And yet you start to sit here all day, try to put the blame on me and my littles and all my ultras, thinking, okay, that we're in the wrong, you're not. So, hon, let me tell you this. If you think you're perfect, you're wrong. Nobody's perfect, hon. Nobody in this world is perfect. Even us supernaturals aren't perfect. We make mistakes too. I'm telling you right now. Us supernaturals make mistakes too. And not only that, but you should understand that you're not the only ones that sinned. There's other people that have sinned before. And yet you want to sit here and try to play the victim card and try to do drugs and smoke all day. Well, guess what, hon? You haven't seen crazy yet. Seen crazy yet. You haven't seen crazy yet. Because if you want to see crazy, I can show you. I can show you crazy. And I'm telling you right now, nobody has time for you. Ain't nobody has time for you. So if you want to sit here and try to actually think you're better than everybody, fine. But what I'm telling you right now is you are not going to sit here and try to put us down because we had an issue with you in the past. If you want to hold into that grudge, that's on you. Just like I told Apartment 214. If they want to hold a grudge about me, calling me all these names and having a miserable life, if you want to be miserable forever, you want to be negative, okay, fine, that's on you. I can't change your life. I have no control over you and Jordan. What I only have control is I have control over my own life and my littles and my goddess family. So if you don't want to change, that's fine. I'm not gonna force you to change, and nobody's forcing you to change at all. If you want to stay like this forever, fine. But if you go outside in public like this and you say the same shit, and you say the same shit to me, my brother, and my ultras, well, my god's family, and you say the same shit like what you're doing now and what you're doing in public, they're gonna look at you and you're gonna have a crowd that's gonna hate you. Watch, and look how famous you become. You become bad famous. So if I were you probably have nothing to say because you're being recorded, and you're scared you're too camera shy to talk to the camera because you are being recorded, and you know you did some wrong stuff. So if you really think that you are better than everybody, then you're wrong. Because number one, you don't have a job. Number two, you don't even work. All you did was rely on the government SSI money. Yes, I have that too, but I don't rely on that. I go find a job. I go get a job. I go do something. You all you do is rely on the money and the SSI benefits and stuff like that, and of course the EBT food stamps. I have that too, meaning that I'm relying on it. But you don't see me complaining. I ran out of food this month. I ran out of food this month on both cards, my debit card and my EBT card. You don't see me complaining. You don't see me yapping and shit. I always have a plan B. Is go to food pantries. That's it. Get food. And yet, if I can do it, then you can do it too. As simple as that. Because like, stop being lazy and get your lazy ass up and drive in your little car and whatever car you have to a store, to a food pantry, or even go on Indeed.com and get a damn job because you don't have one. And yet, you're jealous of what? My brother, because he has a expensive iPhone. Why? Because he had the 40 plus Pro. Well, guess what? I'm gonna be getting an iPhone 14 next month too. So if you really think you're gonna sit here and act like you're better than everybody, you're wrong. Because all you do right now is trying to put me down, belittle me, put my littles down, put down my older alters, put down my God's family, put down my brother, instead of trying to start shit, talking shit over and over again. And when you don't get your way, when you know you're about to lose, you call the cops. and have the cops try to defend you. You know why? You're pathetic. Why? You can't even fight. You can't even fight your own battles. You want the cops to fight a battle for you. Why? You're not strong. You're weak. You're weak. You would never be a mother, and you would never be a father either. Why don't you go back? Why don't you go back to becoming teenagers again, and also give your children away to children's services? Have them take care of the children. Have them sent to foster care. Have them sent to foster homes. How about that? Or even worse, group homes, because you don't deserve them. You can't even take care of your own self. How are you supposed to take care of your own children? Yeah, you call yourself a proud parent. You're not a parent. You're not a parent. If you were a parent, you wouldn't be going around attacking me, calling me all these names, and being immature and attacking my brother. 75 altars in my God's family. Am I right? Or am I right or am I wrong? Right or wrong? Exactly. You can't talk because you don't want to admit it, and most people don't want to hear the truth. You don't want to hear the truth. That's the problem. You want to sit here and dwell on the past and dwell on what happened to us, and yet you're still sitting here acting like nothing has happened. Well, guess what? If you want to live like this every single day, fine. That's on you. You want to be miserable for the rest of you don't want to get a job? Fine. If you want to do drugs for the rest of life, be my guest. If you want to smoke all day, fine. You want to have black lung cancer? You want to have lung cancer? Fine. You want to smoke all day and have lung cancer as well as you you um you have a miscarriage or your baby is in your baby is gone and a miscarriage, fine. Be my guest. Because fine it's in fact that you already are infertile. So if you want to have if you want to have a stillbirth baby, be my guest. All the smoking, all the drugs, all the alcohol, all the drinking, that's on you. You're not hurting me. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting your own kids. You're not hurting me or my littles because we don't drink. Number one, we have a high school diploma, a high GPA, 5.0, higher than yours, higher than Jordan's. My brother Damien also has a high GPA, higher than yours and Jordan's. Why? Because he never dropped out of school. And you guys dropped out of school because you guys are poor. You guys will never be like us. Don't try to be like us. You would never be like us. Tell me right now. Don't be like us. You would never be like us. You would never be like us. So don't try to be like us. Because number one, you can't succeed in being like me and Damien, and as well as my littles, and as well as my goddess family. You're jealous. You guys are jealous because you don't have all the expensive equipment. You don't have all the expensive electronic like we do, as well as money. Okay, if you're so jealous, why don't you get your little ass up and get yourself a damn job for Pete's sake? It's not that. It's not that. It's not that bad. It's not even that lazy. If you stop being lazy and go to Indeed.com and apply for jobs and look for places that are hiring, but instead you want to sit home and nag. All you do all day is nag. You're just like Tina who did that. And as well as Pump 214, they're the same way too. Nag. No job. In fact, you try to sit there and try to nagging me and my altars. I'm tired of your nagging and the fact you always try to nag me, nag my altars, and trying to thinking you can change me. No, you can't change me. You can never change me. Just like I can't change you. If we want to serve Jesus and God, fine. I'm not forcing you. I'm not turning you, saying you gotta serve Satan. I serve Satan, and I stand with Satan. So if you have a problem with that, fine. And I stand with my goddess family too. And if you think you're better than everybody, then you're wrong. Number one, you would never be like us. Number two, here's where you're wrong. Here's where you sin more. You're sitting here all day trying talking all of that high school drama of yours and I'm trying to act like you're still in high school and act like you're still high school and act like a bunch of teenagers. You're still this is 2023, hon. This is 2023. This is reality. This is not 1960s, not 1950s. This is this is 2023. We're in the future. This is the present. This is not 1960s, 1950s, where there's all black and white. Well, guess what? There's colors everywhere now. It's 2023. It's a new century. Get that shit right. And yet you start to still sit here. You try to still thinking. You try to still living in the 1870s, 1970s, or even the old days that's already over. When the old times there was no phone and stuff like that, and shitty phones. Well, guess what? I was there when that stuff happened because when I was born, I know the fact that there was actually no iPhones, no social media, none of that, and all they had was like old telephones, old cars, nothing else. So if you're gonna sit here and try to dwell on the past, that's on you. You're not hurting me. You're hurting yourself. And yet, your little wannabe friends want to sit here trying to honk their horns and play loud music and smoking all day, yell out the window, call us names every single day, misgender us, harass us, abuse us, belittle us, and try to torture us. Well, guess what? You're not hurting us. You're hurting yourself. Because number one, I'm not the one that's unhappy with myself. I'm happy with myself. You guys are unhappy with yourself. The one that's and I'm not the and I am not the one that's I am not the one that's actually suffering, and I'm not the one that's actually the one that's going through a lot, and I'm not the one that's actually the one that's suffering because I'm happy with my life. It's you that's miserable. I have went through a lot. Do you see me yapping, crying, and basically taking my anger on people who I like? No, but if I do it, I'll tell them I'm sorry. That's it. As simple as that. I don't have time for this. Just stop, okay? Just stop. We're done. Okay? We are done.